Hey garden team, happy Falcons Friday to you. I have my official Falcons jersey and I am ready for Sunday because my husband is a huge football fan. Don't tell. um, I wanted to share a couple of things with you. First of all, I heard last Sunday that everybody who was on was incredible and just completely rocked the morning, considering we were slightly winging the separation between the 4-year-old and 5-year-old classes. So, if you were on last Sunday, thank you so much because it went flawlessly and it was very smooth and streamlined, and you all showed up and just did an incredible job. So, thank you very much for that. Speaking of last Sunday, I have to share a couple of things with you. I wasn't in town because I flew to California to say goodbye to my grandfather. He was actually on his last few hours here, and I wanted to share something with you because I feel like it's very important and I feel like it's kind of convicting to me and a testimony that I don't want to keep to myself. So I thought I would just tell you guys my experience, and that was the fact that it was my grandfather's last few hours, and I got to have the chance to pray with him, which is something that I don't think anybody's ever done before, and I don't think he's ever chosen to do. I could tell that he was really scared, and I could tell that he wasn't ready to let go, which is why he didn't sleep for 5 or 6 days. What happened was incredible because he could no longer speak. He couldn't really move his body at all, and it was in a way a very sad situation. But putting that aside, I was brave and I looked him in the eyes and I just said, Papa, I want to pray with you, and I want you to know who Jesus is, and I want you to accept Christ because you don't have to be afraid. And I could tell that he was afraid, and of course he's crying, and that's about the only thing he could do. So I shared with him some stories about God, and I shared with him about heaven, and then I prayed with him, and I know that he couldn't verbally speak out loud, so I just prayed that he would understand what I was saying and that he would accept Christ into his life, and that would put his mind at ease so that he could just feel okay to let go. Sorry. So, anyways, that was a huge experience for me to be able to do that, especially on somebody's last hour. And it literally was. He passed away a few hours after that. I think God came into his life, and I think God helped him feel at ease and made him feel okay. And that's why he finally let go and he fell asleep. And then I believe that he went on to heaven. Anyways, the reason why I share that is because, there's this guy who waited his whole life, and he's literally on his deathbed, and it's his last and final chance to pray and to accept God and to believe that Jesus died on the cross to save us from our sins so that he can move on, not just, but part of it is so that you can go to heaven and be with God and have a perfect ending to your life. And then I thought, wow, that's just like a huge ordeal for these kids in our ministry, in our garden area. They don't have to wait their whole lives till they're on their deathbed to know who God is. They get to come to church, and we get to be the people every single Sunday that talks to them about Jesus, and we get to tell them the stories in the Bible, and we get to instill everything that's so important in life at such an early age. And so their whole childhood has changed, and it could go one way or the other, and for the kids that we get to minister to, it's different. And so anyways, for me, it's like one more reason why our garden team is like the coolest and most important at church, because our kids are the most important, and we're instilling something that they will have inside of their hearts and inside of their minds, and it'll be a part of their walk of faith for the rest of their life. And so I thought that was really cool that we get to be the game changers at the very beginning and not at the very end. So if you were on the team and you're a part of this, you are incredible, and I don't know, you're just amazing. So thank you for being a part of this and for caring so much about little kids, strangers' kids at that, and wanting to make a difference. So I don't really have any announcements for this upcoming week, but I hope that you have a blessed weekend. And thank you for listening to my testimony, my story, and I will see you all on Sunday. Oh, wear your Falcons jersey so we can take pictures together. All right, bye guys.